All right, I'm making this video. I'm getting into some personal information. I'm going to do everything I can to get through it. And bear with me. I have an injury. Please give me a like. I do not feel good enough to be doing this, but there's topics that I feel like I need to cover right now and my opinions on them. I had upper FFS at the beginning of this year, and I ended up fracturing my nose on 6/7. Of fucking course it was 6/7. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. The biggest, most important event in my life of making sure that the surgery works out. It's been a staple of mine, and to make sure that I have to take care of it and doing exceptional at it until recently, until this and so I'm having burning, crunching, swelling issues. We're 68 hours out since the injury. The only reason why I'm talking about this right now is because it correlates with the news story that I'm going to get into. I wanted to talk about this after all healed and everything, but you're gonna have to bear with me because I'm kind of struggling to talk. So anyway, without further ado, grand reveal of how the nose looks now. Basically the same. I have a fracture on the right side, on the left side. I'm having popping, clicking. I'm just a lot of pain to talk, discomfort, chewing. I am pushing through to put my message out there of what's going on right now. So please, be patient with me and let's try to get through this. I have to do a follow-up with my surgeon, or I'm supposed to, and she wanted to see me to go over this fracture, and potentially the risks are that nothing needs done, that I need lightly readjusted without surgery within a week, or I need revisionary surgery a year after the fracture. So it was important to me to get out there and make sure so she's in surgery today, tomorrow, the next day. She's not going to be in until Monday. It's going to be a full week until then. I don't know if that's going to be too soon, too late kind of thing. Too late to get in it for her window kind of thing, or if I even needed it adjusted. But at the same time, I was basically done going to my surgeon's office until a year follow-up. But now I have an issue. I'm having trouble even breathing. So like I said, it ties in because I had my surgery at the Cleveland Clinic, and as soon as I get my follow-up to go back out there to try to get this all scheduled and everything in the MyChart messages and everything, I go online. We see Aaron in the morning. All these stories are Aaron in the morning stories, by the way. Cleveland Clinic establishes a second detransition center in the country after DOJ settlement. The first one in the country is in Texas, by the way. I had to look that up. I wasn't totally sure about it. The Cleveland Clinic agreed to provide the Cleveland Clinic agreed not to provide puberty blocker hormones or gender transition related medical treatment to minors at least 20 years. For at least 20 years. It's frustrating because we've gone from minors to 19 or older. Now it's for 20 years. And so I have to wonder how these trans youth living in Cleveland, if you were waiting to get gender affirming care and it was blocked, or I don't know the full timeline of things, but I think it does correlate that they could have waited 2 years and now they're still waiting, and you're forcing somebody to go through a gender that they don't want to go through. I mean, it's literally so backwards. And like I've said a million times, unpopular opinions, go on the White House Facebook and look at the reviews. It's 24% positive. So go ahead and give them your feedback while you're there. But also, the Cleveland Clinic agreed to pay about $308,000 to resolve allegations involving insurance billing for care provided to minors while denying wrongdoing. So, okay, because what is the wrongdoing exactly? We don't have the records, and we shouldn't have the record. We shouldn't have people's private medical records. So, Cleveland Clinic also agreed to dedicate approximately $2 million toward care for people who wish to detransition after receiving gender-related treatment as minors. Cool. So we're going to talk about this for a second, but I'm going to pause to breathe. So my opinions on this are that I said I was gonna breathe. I guess I didn't get it all out. Yeah. Okay. If you want to detransition, right? I don't know like how this plays out in practice, because like if you're a parent and you like start your kid on hormones and then now you're like maybe I want to switch them or whatever, like then you go to a detransition clinic, or is that how that's gonna work? Or like, did they start hormones as a minor and now they want to detransition? Listen, I'm okay with this. I'm not sure how I feel about the Cleveland Clinic being the ones to do this, and I'm okay with it as long as it's a voluntary. If this ever goes to involuntary, I am not fucking cool with it. That's what I'm worried about. I think if somebody started transitioning and it's really not working out for them and they really want to detransition, freedom of choice. But at the same time, it's interesting to me how fascism works, because we live in a kind of a, not allowed to say the word, but again, Aaron in the Morning news story, fascism. New federal rule would require federal funding recipients to deny trans people exist. This would include hospitals, schools, nonprofits. The thing about this that I wanted to go over is that it is a proposal. It doesn't mean that it's going into effect. Could it go into effect? Yes. Is it something that's likely to go into effect? In this timeline, I don't know. It's stressful. It's really stressful because you don't know. And like, obviously the fear is the point of it, but we have like, okay, so like just in, let's continue to use Ohio as an example. We have like the no drag in public ban, whatever, I forget the numbers of the whatever. And so that's like banning trans people from existing in public spaces, kind of. There's like a gray line with that. But also now we have like this one that, would deny the existence of trans people in hospitals, schools, nonprofits. But also the Cleveland Clinic is, I got to go back to read the words again. Establish a second detransition center in the country after DOJ settlement. So if there's a detransition center, would that not mean that there are people that are trans? Do trans people not exist, or do they exist so much that we need detransition centers? Like, what is this timeline? I'm really like concerned for a lot of people's mental health. I mean, I think the way that things have gone, we owe Donald Trump a great, respect, that we will never share a linear like timeline in this country ever again. It's literally going to be like this totally like made up Fox News doing like USA over Trump at the ball game, or like the real one where everybody's booing, and then you watch like the feedback of people in New York and they're like, yeah, we hate him, like, and they're all booing, so it's like we have like two realities, and we have to live in this like dual reality system, and we have to like fight the other reality, and it's like, what is this? Like, I'm tired. I'm beyond tired. I know there's probably a lot of trans people that don't have to even like be in this headspace. There are a lot of people just working normal day-to-day jobs, have no idea that any of this is happening. Absolutely no idea that any of this is even remotely happening to trans people, and I can guarantee you that because we run into them all the time. So it's, I just don't know which is it. Do like under fascism, like I'm saying, do trans people not exist, or do it's frustrating, man. Like I just want to make sense of like, and that's going to be my new thing too. I'm just going to say it's frustrating. It's I'm going to come on here, do it's frustrating count in my following videos. That'll be kind of funny for me. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating because it just I'm seeing these things like unfold, and I'm just like, I don't know what the end is going to look like. Like I feel like most people are on the side of like, yeah, no, trans people exist and it does nothing to my life. But like, I don't know. There's some people that are dangerous. There's some, and I could say it in every video, but there's so many different walks of life, It's scary whenever there's these weaponizing words being used against us. It really is just, It's just a weird time. I don't understand how people have so much time to like bash the LGBT community, by the way, during Pride Month, when like, oh, it's just like, oh, they're sinning and like whatever. It's just okay, but like, have you not even like looked at is it because the files aren't in the streets? I don't know. It's frustrating. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the Mamdani's new trans direct clinic that is going up in New York. I saw something about this that I think it's going to be like a designated transitional clinic, but the clinic will deny care to those under 19, which is against what Mamdani was saying initially with New York Care. And we've heard a lot of news stories about this with trans youth, and I've said like I don't really want to like consistently cover trans youth stuff. It's not like my main focus, but at the same time this feels a little bit hopeless even to me, because I think New York was like one of the last states, right? Wasn't New York like one of the last? Hawaii, right? Hawaii is one of the ones that have like a protection or something. But it's just, it feels grim. It just doesn't feel like the pieces are falling in a great way. And, moving forward in the future, what are we going to do exactly? Because it feels like most people are more on the side of like, just let people live their lives kind of thing. But some people just really want to just make other people miserable. Like, it's just like, your eyes are sunken in, your hat is red, I see you. I do not want to be you. I do not want the leather skin. I do not want the beady eye. I do not want the beady eyes. I don't want to be sitting in the chair and just like angry at life and everything, and every interaction just being like hatred, right? I don't want to be you. Okay? Like, I don't know. It's frustrating, right? Hopefully we hear some good news about the nose. Hopefully the freaking clicking and all that garbage goes away. I still can't believe that this is where I'm at with this. I'm probably going to do like a full kind of update thing in the future. Of course I will, right? I don't know. The reason anybody like wants to enforce like the genitals of other people's pants, I feel like, is just like, is it just that like people feel entitled to like what they already know is there, and so like when they start like playing the game of the dating scene or whatever, and then they get up to the certain, and then I'm just gonna say, by the way, I'm trans, and they already spent that much money and time on you, and they feel entitled to your body. That's the only reason I could think that somebody would be obsessed about somebody else's genitals this much, to like this degree, right? Does that make sense? I mean, it's either that or you're just like weird.